Hello guys, welcome to my channel Engineer's Mind. So in last video we have started our subject engineering mechanics or applied mechanics. So now just go in starting the subject scenario. So first of all, the topic is force and system of forces. So what is this force and system of forces? This is very basic concept in engineering mechanics. So before that we have to deal with some basics of physics which will be needed in force system or forces or in engineering mechanics. There are main two terms of basicity or the terms of basicness in the engineering mechanics. Let's see what is that. So scalar and vector. Yes, scalar and vector, it is the basic terms in physics, as we know that the engineering mechanics is deeply based on physics. So in that the scalar and vector are two main terms. So first of all, what is scalar? Yes, so scalar is the quantity which have only the magnitude. Means we have something value of something quantity is defined by just magnitude. So what is vector? So vector is it have magnitude also, but also the direction, which is very important. Yes, vector have both magnitude and direction. So this can be defined in plane of direction or in plane of magnitude. So scalar is one dimensional property, as we know that magnitude. So vector is multi-dimensional properties, have magnitude, direction. So scalar quantity changes with respect to magnitude. Yes, in first two differences, it is have only magnitude and one dimension. So basically, it changes with respect to magnitude only. But for vector quantity, this changes with respect to magnitude and direction. Yes, so vector is the basic definition of vector is have both magnitude and direction. So vector changes with respect to magnitude and direction as well. So what is the example? Example are the very basics and very main in scalar and vector according to engineering mechanics. So example of scalar is speed, time, distance. So many of things in many students have got confused between velocity and speed. So velocity is a vector quantity and speed is a scalar quantity. So what is the difference between speed and velocity? Let us consider an example. Okay, let's consider a car is moving with a 50 km speed or 50 km per hour speed. So that 50 km per hour is the scalar quantity, mean that is the speed of that vehicle. But while describing the velocity, we have to describe the magnitude as well as direction. So the 50 km per hour in the direction of motion or opposite to the motion, which of the things or according to the orthogonal direction north, south, east, west. So we have to define the direction of that speed. If the speed have the direction, then it is called as the velocity. This is the very basic difference between speed and velocity. Hope you have understood what is speed and what is velocity, as well as force is also vector quantity. So everyone have got this. So we will move our next topic. Yes, what is force? Force is an activity which changes or try to change the original state of body, known as the force. Yes, force is or external applied load. What you say that or external activity which try to change the original state of body without affecting its shape and size. Because we are in engineering mechanics, are and we are dealing with the rigid body only. Yes, this is the main point. Because if the dimensions are changed, then engineering mechanics is not valid for this, because engineering mechanics is only defined for the rigid body state. So what is the unit of force? It is a newton, basically a newton, and it is always known as it is a vector quantity, have both magnitude, direction. And the 4 point of force are the characteristics of the force, which have first magnitude, its direction means, and second is line of action, and fourth is point of application where we have to apply that force. Okay, the force have the definition F is equal to m into g. Okay, the basic and very important definition of force is F is equal to m into g, where m is the mass of that body and g is acceleration due to gravity. Yes, force is dependent on acceleration due to gravity, g, which is usually taken as 9.81 for value of acceleration due to gravity. M is the mass of that body. If the mass is moving with respect to acceleration due to gravity, it causes the force. Yes, in the figure you see that there are two forces P and Q applied on the body, and the line of action are shown in red dotted line. So P forces on the body is vertically downward. The line of action along that force, and Q force on the body have horizontal force and it is directed toward the left of body. So body try to move along left. So this also shown by red dotted line. So the point of application will be the center or the face where the force acted. So that forces are defined by the four characteristic. So hope you have got some basic of forces, because when we solve the problems on forces, we are dealing more details in that. So the main main topic of that concept is the system of forces, because we don't say that we are not every time we say that there is a single force or multi force or how many force, we can't say that on the body. So the system of forces may occur. So we will deal with next system of forces. Yes. In that figure you see that system of forces. Yes, system of forces are only applicable for two or more than two forces. Basically there are four system of forces, mainly four classified system of forces. First is collinear, second is non-collinear, third is coplanar, fourth is non-coplanar. So let's discuss one by one. So collinear forces, as the name indicate, collinear, that is the line are same, means the line of action of forces are same, but they have difference in direction. As in the figures show that F1 and F2 are opposite in direction, F3 are also opposite to them, but the line of action are same. So this is called as the collinear forces. Now second, non-collinear forces, F1, F2, F3. There are these forces are non-collinear, means the line of action of forces are different. F1 forces are moving towards right, F1 are upward, F3 downward. So we can't define the line of action of that forces are in the same line. So this force may be defined, or it is always defined as non-collinear forces. Second is coplanar. Yes, coplanar means they are lying in the same plane, means only we have a lamina or the plane regarding it. So this is a two-dimensional system of forces. So in that coplanar system of forces, they are classified under three subparts. First is concurrent system, second is parallel, third is non-concurrent system. So let us start. What is concurrent? As name indicate, concurrent means in the direction of same point, or the origin is the same point. Means the force PQR are generating from the same point, or the forces are meeting at the same point. Maybe they have a different direction. P are generating from same point and Q meeting at that point. So this system is concurrent system. So their line of action must be passes through same point. This is known as concurrent force system. Now second is parallel. Again parallel is divided by two subparts. First is like parallel, second is unlike parallel. Okay. So like parallel forces are the direction, as we know that the parallel forces, there are always the same distance constant maintaining between the two forces if the direction of the forces as shown in the figure are unidirectional, are directing towards the single direction. This is known as like parallel forces. Now third is unlike parallel forces. Unlike parallel forces have same distance between them, maintaining the same distance along the line of action between the two forces, but the direction may be differ. As shown in figure, the direction may be differ. First forces is downward direction, second is upward, third is again downward, and last three forces are upward. Now third forces is non-concurrent forces. Yes, we are dealing with coplanar forces only. So non-concurrent forces are dealing on a single plane. So the direction are not generating from one point. They have generated along different point. As shown in that box, the three forces are on the same plane but are scattered away from each other. Now this third and some for that subject, this non-coplanar system is not much important because it is a 3D state of system. Again, this 3D state of system divided into same three subtype: concurrent, parallel, non-concurrent. But the same scenario is that we have to consider the different planes in that system, that is xy, xz or yz. So in each plane we have to plot that system of forces, and again that system gives us the value or the condition of the which force system is that. So same as of coplanar but varies along different plane. Okay, hope you have all understood what is the system of forces, what is the force, what is the scalar and vector. Now in next lecture we have to deal with the main things, that is resolution of forces, because the forces are not in always orthogonal direction, so we have to resolve in multiple direction. So there may be inclined forces, there may be upward forces, there may be downward, or there may be in any direction forces. So we have to resolve that forces, and again we have to see the laws regarding the forces, what is the resultant of force system. Okay, so that's it for today. That is up to system of forces. We will dealing in our next lecture uh, about resolution and laws regarding it. So thank you. Have a good day.